I have learned and understood how important it is to put together, to marry methodologies that engineers use, that I used to learn and know from 30 years ago, with the things that economists do today. And I think there's not enough communication between economists and statisticians and engineers in all the topics of big data, for example. So the Billion Prices project is a purely big data project. But the big data tools that we use are tremendously conditioned by our knowledge on economics. If we didn't know the economics, the procedure, I would just produce garbage in, garbage out. So one of the important things that I have learned is how to understand how to marry this. And it's interesting because this is going back to my origins. And I was an engineer originally, but somehow I just got distracted, became an economist, and now I'm here at MIT, teaching economics, but actually relearning engineering because I need to relearn it for my project. So I think big data and data analytics in general is going to become the next competitive advantage for companies in the future. I think that very little has paid off yet. And the most important aspect of that lack of payoff on data analytics in the short run has been the lack of understanding that we need to have a computer scientist and a statistician and an economist put together in the same role. We need to have these three individuals designing what is important. If you think about the big data successes have been of that form, the Netflix recommendation. That is an area that we understand very well how the recommendation has to be done, and therefore the big data has had a very big payoff on that process. But when you look at normal companies, like say someone that is in manufacturing, how can they use big data for their purposes? It still has had a very limited impact to what I think it can have in the future. And if I learned something from the Billion Prices project is that this is not a purely engineering issue, and it's not a purely economist issue. You need someone that can speak both languages and talk to a statistician, otherwise the opportunity will be wasted. I think that that's a big opportunity that we have. We are at MIT, I think, are one of the best places on earth, if not the best place on earth at data analytics, and hopefully we can actually have an impact not only on our students, but on the companies that interact with us exactly on those topics.